What's up, mini truckers? Ben here. We're coming up on that 5,000 subscribers. Pat yourself on the back. We're part of something. We created something from nothing. So they said it couldn't be done, but here we are. We're doing big things. So one of the things I want to do, I told you I'm never going to sell you guys out. And with the high prices of the mini trucks, some of these, people are talking about the vans going for 13,000. I saw one on Bring a Trailer sold for 20,000. It's like, man, I even as selling them, I can't in my right mind tell people, yeah, this is a good deal for a van with a 660cc engine that should be worth 6 or 7 is now worth 13 or 15. So I've been looking for other options to kind of steer people into. We're US mini trucks. We always love the mini trucks. They got the 6.5 foot bed, the enclosed cab, 4-wheel drive. So don't think I'm hating. We're never going to hate on this channel, but I was looking for something that I could go, more street legal, because where I'm living now, they don't have street legal. I hear a lot of the states are cracking down. I've had, people call me and they're in New York and the guy lost his title because they just revoked it. So essentially everybody in New York, they're coming for you. Everybody in Texas, they're coming. So like everybody always says, oh, are they street legal in Texas? No, they're not. But yet you can still get them plated and titled, which I kind of tell people, you can get marijuana too. That doesn't make it legal. Okay, so some of these states, you go into a parking lot, you do some shady deal, you can get whatever you want. That doesn't mean it's legal. So everyone always says, well, I got the title, I got the registration. That doesn't make it legal. I could give you one phone number, you give them what you got, and they're going to send you a revocation paper. Your neighbor could call you in, the toll booth. You post pictures on social media, any sort of hater could just get your license number, call you in, it's going to get revoked. So not saying anybody encouraged to do that, but I've had people call me liars. I've had other dealers call me liars and, try to be like, well, we know more because we're doing the street legal way. And, it stinks, but this is the reality we live in. So long story short, getting off on a little rant, what I'm going to do, we've got a surprise. We're going to go out and take a look. Just try to do one cut so we don't have to edit. So I've got this Jeep Cherokee XJ I picked up, found it on Facebook Marketplace. The dude was asking like $3,500, and then we kind of worked it. Maybe then he lowered it to $33,000, but I think I paid somewhere around $2,800 and like $200 in trade. I traded on this little pistol that I had. So it's a 4-wheel drive. It's got the 4-liter 6-cylinder engine. The body, it's got oxidized paint. But let me show you what I saw that made me like it, and then we'll kind of do a walk around. But we'll start in the engine because, the guy was even like, oh, the engine's kind of dirty. And I was looking, I was like, dude, for a 98? I was like, this is not dirty. But I didn't say that. I was just like, oh, yeah, it's really dirty. I've had to do things like all these hoses I reconnected. I did the valve cover gasket. It was leaking tons of oil out of here. I put that cap on, was missing. So I don't know how we'll do this, if we'll just do a walk around or show you what I did to it first. But I wanted something with 4 seats that I could more off-road in. So we moved up here. I'm thinking about doing the Moab. So let me zoom out a little. And for Moab, this will be something cool. I don't think a mini truck, and then for carrying a family and trying to go on the highway, the air conditioning, parts availability, these are pretty cool. I got a rack up there. This thing will go 85 miles an hour. Okay, it was on like 29s. I put new rear leaf spring in. These are all mine. I did that blue paint, just kind of cheese it up. Still keep the tag on, keep it authentic. It had these shackles and original leaf springs that were all sagged out. So I got these brand new tires and went with the 31s. I kind of regret not going with the 33s, but I didn't want the super wide. They have 33, 12.5, 15. These are 31, 10.5, 15. And there's only like 2 makes of a 33, 10.5, 15. And they're both $1,000 for the set. So came with this hitch. This is just a bike rack we have. So it kind of you do something like this, and then you could connect your bikes on there. We go to like some trails, and then it's got the hatchback. So I installed the fire extinguisher. I put some safety stuff in here. This is just our rafting stuff. This is a spare tire for the trailer. I actually don't have a spare tire for the Jeep in here. I was gonna think about bringing those 29s that I have, like putting on the roof, or normally the spare would mount on the wall here, but we don't have I didn't come with the spare. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The one thing I did after I put the lift on, it came with these are aftermarket. It's that rough country, but I put extended brake lines on, and so from the way it flexes, like from here to here, is kind of short, and so this piece is new, and you just have one of those. I changed the fluid in the diff, which is now leaking, so that's not good at all. What the hell is happening? It's actually coming out of that fork somehow, so that seal is... When I got it, man, everything was leaking. So the front and rear diff were both leaking. And I put the new gaskets on there. One other thing I found, because like when you do that lift, this transfer case, like this angle is kind of at a bad angle. So that doesn't look good at all. That's what I guess I'll have to do next, but you can see it's kind of spewing. But we did this transfer case drop. So you just lower the cross member here about 1 inch. You buy these little pucks and put them in. I did all the work myself. Okay, I did the sway bar bushings. These are new, the sway bar disconnects. Or these are not sway bar disconnects. I kind of wish I would have after I did all this. I tried to drive without the sway bar and it's pretty crappy, so I ended up putting it back on. But it's a 15 millimeter, so if I need to do it off-road, I probably would and just take it off. It had the puck spacers here, and I took those out, and I ended up putting a 3.5 inch Rubicon Express lift in the front. And then I forget, this is a lower control arm. It's aftermarket, and they put this bend because the normal one is straight and it comes in contact here, so this gives you more articulation. And then I also did the extended brake line here, so and that's all tight still. So then when I did all that, I bled the brakes. All right, I don't know if that's entertaining, but I took both seats out, had them professionally reupholstered. They were just kind of worn. So it smells good, looks good. I bought these Quadratec floor mats, which I'm really loving, and they're super affordable. It's an automatic transmission. It's got the 4 high, low, neutral. This one actually has air conditioning, has like an aftermarket kind of JVC stereo. They only have 2 speakers, so there's a front left and a front right, kind of weak in that regard. And then every now and then only the left works until I get like a jamming song, and then it's like, hold up, I need to get going. Just roll up windows, keeps it simple. I saw a lot when I was looking at them for sale, and it was like, you know, window regulator needs replaced and this and that. And so I kind of like this. It doesn't have the sunroof, it's super lightweight. So pretty cool. One other cool thing, when I first got it, only like one of the seatbelt things was out, and I was carrying my son back here, and we were just like, oh, I guess they're missing, or you know, who knows, like such an old car where they've been over the years. I later went and got these for the back. My son had like super muddy shoes once, and then, you know, rather than make him feel bad, you just like, all right, well, here, just get him muddy now as much as possible. So you actually pull up on this. This is super sweet. And then you got like storage under here. So I end up putting, I got gloves and a hat, some safety equipment, looks like my wheel chocks. I got there some flares, and I think the jack is supposed to be there, but I think there's a jack in the back, but I don't have a spare anyway, so I don't ever drive this, you know, mostly it's just an off-road buggy, but I'll drive it to and from the trails, so that could be something. I think that's it. Got some rips on the thing, but you know, with the prices getting crazy and everything getting crazy, you know, it might be something to look at. I don't sell these things, but I just see them for sale. There's no rust on mine. I rebuilt the whole front end too myself. This kind of a pain in the neck. You gotta paint out these little ball joints, and it was like a kit, so it had all this stuff, all the this little thing. I kind of did my own alignment here, oil change, transmission change. Found a dude who built me this bumper, and so I put these on, and then I made him custom build me with this, but I can actually put like a 2-inch drop where it comes way down to here, and then you know, push stuff from the front. Let me show you that. So something like this. Yeah, I mean, the bumper came unpainted and I had to paint it, but I don't mind doing paint work. And then I had to get this big drop, but it gives me more flexibility. I can kind of put it things, or if I need to go down like a real steep trail. We got this new kayak raft, so we're trying to embrace this. And like, these rafts set up real high because some of the boat ramps and stuff got like rocks, and then like kind of a pain because I don't think I would ever nose it down, but like, because then you got to back it up, which then it's just hard going backwards. But for moving my trailer around the yard and stuff, it makes it easier. And then if you had to, the other thing I wanted to do is like put a winch on there, and you can buy one of those little 2-inch receiver winches. There's some other stuff. Write down in the comments if you think I'm crazy, or you think, you know, we gotta start straying into different things. One of the things, you know, the Nissan hardbody might be good to look at. Honda Ridgeline, I mean, I think these are super undervalued. I see people selling these for like $6,000 to $10,000, and you know, it's not a mini truck, but it's not a freaking big truck either. So I don't know, we don't want to just follow the trends as much as trying to be trendsetters. You know, if everybody's paying $13,000 for like a mini truck, I think maybe the writing's on the wall that we need to start doing something else. But let me know what you think, if I'm just being too negative or if I'm giving up too soon. But I like to, you know, provide value, and it's hard to push these trucks when, you know, you gotta push them for so high just to stay competitive. All right, hope this helps. Stay mini. Jeeping. We're Jeepers now, or whatever. All right, later.